Hey guys, and welcome to our Disney Confessions tag. So we've been tagged in this Disney Confessions questions tag thing by Pippa and Pete. Thank you guys.
BroadwaysAway.
BroadwaysAway, yeah. Link will be down below for them. Awesome channel, go check them out. Now obviously you guys wanted to tag us, kind of did and didn't, because obviously I haven't been to Disney yet. Reed's been a couple of times. So we're basically going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to just ask Reed the questions.
I'm being interviewed.
I'm like Piers Morgan, Reed's the serial killer. That's how we're going to be playing.
Can you
this
tell
out.
what we watched recently? We have watched Pippa and Pete's video,
Yes.
but I'm not going to lie, I can't really remember most of them. And I think some of them, when they were doing them, I had like answers in my head like straight away. And some of them, I'm really not sure.
Yeah, all this is literally on the spot. Reed has no notes at all.
No, and just bear in mind, I have been to Florida 3 times, but I haven't been for quite a long time, like since I was like 16.
If you do like the video, hit a thumbs up, smash subscribe down below. Let's get into question 1. Alright, question number 1. What iconic attraction have you never ridden?
I hate to say it, but I've never ridden Space Mountain, and that's in either park. And that's because when I went to Paris, I was way too little, so I wouldn't have been able to get on it. And when we went to Florida, again, first couple of times I was a bit too small. I think one time I was a bit scared. I'd heard like some not great stories, but I think that's because that was about Hyper Space Mountain, not Space Mountain. And obviously there's a bit of a difference. But next time I'm 100% going to go on it, and I reckon I'm going to love it because I love big rides and stuff now. So.
Yeah. Number 2. What's your guilty pleasure snack?
Mickey pretzel. I'm not even guilty about it. I'll eat 10 in a day if I have to.
That's a lot of carbs.
Yeah, I am carby Ree. And you've not been, but I know that yours is going to be Gaston cinnamon bun. Yeah. Like without a doubt.
Right, number 3. Which attraction would you happily demolish tomorrow?
So this one's really tough because there's no rides that I think of that I really dislike. There are attractions which I've not done and I don't really have any interest in doing. And the one that springs to mind is the Hall of Presidents. And I think this was mentioned in Pippa and Pete's vlog actually. But yeah, I don't remember doing it if I have, and I'm not interested in that kind of history. I know it's really important to Americans, and that's why it's there.
You really have to be like interested in to enjoy.
Yeah, and I appreciate the animatronics of the presidents and everything are going to be great, but no, for me it's just a bit of a waste of space. I believe it's quite a big building. They could have something a lot better there. I feel like I'm going in on Disney already.
Number 4. What attraction do you secretly love but never admit to it? So, what's your secret ride crush?
That is hard because I don't feel embarrassed to like any ride. If Dumbo was my favourite ride, I would say Dumbo is my favourite ride.
I guess, is there like a ride that like a lot of people don't like, or it's just like a silly little ride that you're just kind of like, actually I really like that, like I could ride that all day? Yeah,
I feel like obviously everybody dislikes It's a Small World, and I remember loving it when I was younger, but I haven't been on it as an older person, so I don't know whether it might annoy me more now.
Probably not.
Probably not. I'll probably still absolutely love it. I actually am really struggling with this one. Do you know what? There's a ride which I think is... I'm going to say this, and I'm really hoping it's actually still there, because it's one that doesn't actually get mentioned very often. And is it Goofy's Barnstormer, I believe it's called, right in the back of like the circusy bit. And it's just like a little roller coaster, but like more like kiddie friendly. And I actually really like that.
Okay.
I've
never even heard of that.
It's not like intense. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, this is why I'm like, is it actually still there?
Literally.
But if it's still there, I would say that actually. The Goofy's Barnstormer, I believe it's called.
We'll go with that. We have no idea what's there. Moving on to number 5. What do you think people should be banned from doing in the parks?
Oh my God. So everything annoys me, basically, if you don't know me very well.
She's not a people lover.
It's weird because I am a people lover, but in public, when I've got something to do or somewhere to be, I am not a people lover. So I definitely agree with Pete's, I think it was Pete's one about people stopping in front of you, and
Yeah.
Pippa said as well, like when you come off a ride and there's just people there. I think the major thing I probably would have said that shouldn't be allowed in the parks at all anywhere is smoking, but obviously that has kind of over the last few years become a thing.
Yeah.
Because Disney pump smells and stuff and create the atmosphere, and the last thing you want is to walk past somebody having a fag and that be ruined. But obviously I know that that's kind of been done now.
Pretty much, yeah. There's just sort of like areas.
I think
for
there's
it now.
smoking areas. Do you know what? I know they try really hard to avoid it, but some people still queue jump.
Yeah, that's something
And
you're
like,
always going to get.
how long have theme parks and queues been a thing? And common courtesy is just queue up, or get a fast pass. But even then, if you get a fast pass, you sometimes still have to queue in the fast pass queue. And I have actually witnessed people, I can't remember if it was in Disney or in a different theme park, but you know when they're like, oh, I just need to get to my friend up there, they're just over there, and then they just stop and they don't talk to anyone, and I'm like, well, you didn't have a friend, did you? Yeah, they're like, Larry. Wait, who?
Get to the front, there's no Larry.
Yeah. So maybe queue jumping, although they are a lot better again at a lot of the things they've kind of worked on.
Yeah.
I've just found a sock on my chair.
That's mine. Right, number 6. What, in your humble opinion, is the worst decision Disney has made concerning the parks? Ooh.
I know this one instantly, and it's so controversial. I don't even know if I want to say it. I'm like, we might lose followers over this, but you know what? Like,
give your own opinion.
Everyone has their own opinion, and I completely see both sides of it. And people probably sat there going, I can tell what she's going to say.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I know where you're going.
And it's the Splash Mountain retheming. So, don't get me wrong, I love Tiana and I love Princess and the Frog, and I feel like, do you know what? I love her so much. She almost deserves a brand new something, ride, attraction, whatever, something brand new. You know, knock
like
down the Hall of Presidents and give her her own thing. Do not retheme Splash Mountain.
Probably be even more uproar if that happened.
So my argument is, and I completely get why people get offended by Splash Mountain and the relations to the film and the racism in the film, and I do not condone that at all. I want to make that really clear. Like, that is not
obviously
okay. But for me, as a child growing up going on Splash Mountain, I knew nothing about the fact it was based on a film. I knew nothing about the film, and I just saw the characters as being Splash Mountain characters, and the ride is the story on the ride, and that's that. I knew nothing about the background, and I feel like a lot of kids growing up are exactly the same.
Especially because you can't watch the film.
Because you can't watch the film. It has been like pushed back. It's been boycotted. Whatever. So yeah, okay, adults and everybody, we know it's based on a film which has some racism in it, but the ride itself has no racism in it. And I literally do not associate it with that film because I knew nothing about it until all of this hoo-ha came out about retheming it. I don't know, I feel very passionate about it, and I know everybody's got very different views, and I know Splash Mountain is an old ride and maybe people do want something new. But for me, it's so iconic. Maybe just use some of that extra land and do something, I don't know.
It would make sense. I really hope I get to ride it when we go, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I reckon you'll still get to ride it in its original form.
But yeah.
Sorry if I've offended anybody.
Number 7 is, which standby line drives you nuts?
What, in like a good way or a bad way?
What drives you nuts? How could that be a good thing?
Oh, okay. Because I'm completely nuts about the Haunted Mansions one. I love it. That's what I meant.
Okay.
But like negatively, probably just any of them that are outside and don't have some sort of cover from the sun. Because if you're in a queue for a really long time and it's blinding sunshine, Florida heat, I mean, they have like mist machines and stuff, and they will occasionally have fans, but if you're in that intense sunshine in the middle of the day, that does nothing. And I get that some rides are outside and the queues are going to be outside, but put some trees there or something to give some shade, or just something to take that heat away, because that's not So any outdoor one.
Number 8 is, have you broken a Disney rule or done something you shouldn't have?
Probably. I don't know what.
That's like hard to think of, really.
Yeah. Where I haven't been recently, I can't think like, oh, I did that and I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, we'll just go with probably you have.
Probably.
Number 9 is, have you ever bought merch declaring it was for someone else when buying it for yourself?
No.
No?
If I buy something, I'm buying it for me.
Yeah. I think, like, I wouldn't be ashamed if I was there. If I, like, saw something, I'm like, I want that. But
yeah.
they might think it's silly buying it. I don't really care. It's for me.
I think some people also, like, if you're an adult and you buy something that's got Disney plastered all over it, some people are like, oh, Disney's for kids, blah, blah, blah. But we're in that, like, no, Disney is life. So I don't care. If I want to wear a shirt that's covered in Mickey Mouse faces and is, like, bright yellow, then I'm going to do it.
Don't really care.
I don't care.
Say, to be fair, yeah. Right, number 10 is, have you ever done the DVC tour just to get the free stuff and had no intention of buying a contract?
So no, I haven't. I've not actually stepped foot on any resort, which is actually one of my biggest upsets ever.
Yeah.
But then when we've been before, it's not been something that was necessary to... We didn't know a lot about the restaurants and all of that on resorts. It's definitely something I would like to do. And you know what? I probably would do the tour to get the freebies.
Yeah, well, if you can.
And to be honest, if I had the money to be in DVC, I would. Yeah. I really would.
In like the long-term future, it would surprise me if we end up being it. Like, it's expensive.
You heard it here, guys. He has accepted we will be DVC people one day.
Maybe. Once I've bought everything else that I want. Right, so moving on to the last question.
Oh, wow.
This one's quite interesting, but I feel like because you went when you were younger, I know the answer. But yeah, so number 11. Have you ever spent $200 or more in one transaction at Disney? And if so, what did you buy?
Not that I remember. The first 2 times I went, I didn't have my own like money. Like, obviously my dad just saved money for the whole trip, and if I wanted something, he'd buy me it. Obviously within reason. That sounds really bad. And then the last time we went, I saved up my own money. I got given some money and I had control of my own money, but I just bought so many little things. I think when you're that young, you don't purchase really expensive things, even if you've got enough to, because you just you don't think
you're too young to have expensive taste, really. To be fair, you're at Disney, so
if I'd have been
totally true.
More recently, I would 100% just be able to say yes.
Yeah. I mean, when we go next year, I could probably say, maybe not for one of us, but between both of us in one transaction.
Yeah, easy.
It's an easy figure to hit.
Probably more than once.
Yeah. Like, with some of the stuff they sell, like, there could just be a couple things.
Yeah, literally.
Like, what, Spirit jersey is, I don't know, $70, $80, something like that. Like, you're getting that in a pair of ears, you're already looking at like $100. Like,
exactly.
pretty much. But that is all 11 questions.
Yeah. I had a really good time, actually. Thank you for tagging me.
Yeah,
it's made me think about things that, like, I wouldn't normally think about.
Yeah. Same, and I haven't been, so... But yeah, no, it was really good to do that. Like, it was a bit weird interviewing really more instead of answering the questions, but it made it a lot more easy for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you have liked this video, obviously hit the thumbs up, smash subscribe, and obviously we're meant to like tag people, but we have no idea how many people have been tagged out of our sort of little community thing.
Anyone who wants to do it.
We're tagging everyone. Anyone that's watching this, we are tagging you. If you do the video, just like link us or like at us in like your tweets or something.
Obviously,
so we
you'll
can
have
see
to
that
message us for the questions.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Or we'll put them...
Or I'll just like tweet them out so people can copy and paste them. Yeah, but yeah, make sure you tag us or whatever so we will, can watch it as well because we really want to. But that is going to be the end. So we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Ding dong.